Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How to mainstream the renewable energy? I would like to touch upon the five or six key points to make the renewable energy as a part of the mainstream energy. But since last 2 days, when we all are hearing something or other about the renewable energy in every session, then definitely I feel that to an extent renewable energy is a part of the mainstream system. Renewable energy is different from the other sources of energy. So it needs to be treated as differently. Uh, Everybody says that wind power or renewable energy power, inform in nature, firmness, scheduling, all these things like. I would like to quote here one simple example. In the history of wind energy, the date of 4th November 2013 is written in a very golden words. The reason for this is in the country of Denmark, on 4th November 2013, the 110% of the country's demand for the power on that particular day is generated by the wind turbines installed in that country. They have consumed the 100% of the wind power and balanced 10% excess power they banked with the countries like Germany and Sweden, which for the further later use by the country of the Denmark when the wind speeds are low. So such type of grid systems, such type of the grid stabilities are present in the places, and the technologies are available. So if we can take use of such type of technologies or such type of the systems in order to manage our grids effectively, then definitely the share of the renewable energy can very well be taken up to not more than 6% what it is presently. It can be taken more than like 25% of the overall system as well. How to mainstream renewable energy? Another need of an hour is the consistent national renewable energy policy. There are electricity is a concurrent subject. Central government and CERC makes one policy, and the state governments and the SERCs make the different policies. So this inconsistency in the policies is also adhering, is also making up this renewable energy to be a part of the mainstream system. Problems in that. One simple example I would like to quote here for. In the wind energy tariff, a couple of years back, CERC has declared a very good wind energy tariff policy wherein a zone-wise tariff structure was devised. I would like to state here that except state of Maharashtra, no other state in India is following the guidelines of the CERC. Every year CERC is issuing the guidelines for the tariff fixation of the renewable energy. Every year they are giving the guidelines. But state electricity commissions, they are not following those guidelines and devising the tariffs on their own calculations. So this inconsistency needs to be corrected, and with this definitely if this is corrected, the renewable can become the part of the mainstream conventional power system. National tariff policy for the renewable energy, which I have already quoted an example for that. Policies like National Solar Mission. So it's a very good effort of the government, and under the National Solar Mission, lot of things have happened and continue happening. But such national solar mission type of policies should be percolated to the various states, and state solar mission type of schemes should also be there in all the states, taking the guidelines of the national solar mission. In order to make the renewable energy as a part of the mainstream and to further accelerate the growth, definitely the RPO is must, and not only the RPO, the adherence to the RPO along with the penal provisions. How to mainstream renewable energy? The key aspect, and I am the advocate of always one point: no renewable energy source, whether it is wind or small hydro or solar or biomass, can survive on a competitive bidding basis. The feed-in tariff or the state tariff is must for the development and the acceleration of the growth of the renewable energy in India. In solar, we have seen there is a concept of the competitive bidding, and my personal opinion, this has killed the growth of the solar energy in India. I would like to quote a very simple example here. When the state of Gujarat, they have devised a solar policy, and the GRC has came out with a solar tariff of 15 rupees solar tariff for the first 13 years, and then 5 rupees tariff for the next 12 years for the 25 years duration. Under that feed-in tariff scheme, the maximum solar development in India has happened under that scheme. So any renewable energy technology can only survive on the basis of the feed-in tariff scheme, and there should be a no competitive bidding should be there in any renewable energy technology, and the proper FIT system should be there in all the states. Another key aspect here is the transmission lines and the transmission corridors. I would like to present one small example on the transmission corridor. Everybody talking about transmission corridor, green corridor, the dedicated lines and something about that. I'm facing a practical problem. When we are setting up the solar plants and the wind plants. So from every plant, like suppose in Gujarat, we have developed 3 different plants. So from 3 different plants, though the plants are in vicinity, we had to take the separate lines to the connecting substations. I would like to ask, why can't we combine all those things and take the power from the one single line? So such type of the anomalies are there in the policy system, and not in the policy systems, but in the operational systems. If those things are sorted out, like transmission corridor, I would say that if we are having a 500 meter width or 600 meter width transmission corridor across the forest land, across the urban areas, across cities, wherein we build in every city we build the roads, we build the highways. Why can't we have the 500 meter space only for the transmission line, where all your 66, 132, 220, 400, all type of KV lines go through that corridor, and power producers are absolved of forest clearance or settlement or anything like that. In order to develop the solar technologies, yes, solar is a land intensive. So creation of the solar park will be very beneficial in order to accelerate the growth of the solar sector in India. The live example of Charankha solar park is in front of everybody, wherein a dedicated solar park is set up, and around 600 megawatt capacity is already functioning there, and many more is planned. So such type of land banks and the parks are created, then it will be definitely bring the solar into the mainstream power. Rooftop is a different area. Definitely, it's a very good concept, and it has to be taken with the separate policy and the net metering policy. Rooftop solar can bring the revolution of the solar in this country. A food for thought, MNRE in India has set up a Center for Wind Energy Technology in Chennai as a specialized R&D institution. So along with the CVET, why can't we have the Center for Solar Energy Technology for the development of the R&D or something like that? MNRE can set up those institutions in order to accelerate the growth of the renewables. So with this, I would like to close. Thank you.